What's good, everybody? So, the day is here. HBO Max, Warner Brothers Discovery has announced their new streaming service, HBO Max plans. Now, we know from day one they were talking about how they're going to be making some changes in the company. They're going to be making changes with HBO Max, what route they're going to go. They was eliminating a lot of projects. They were talking about what new projects they was going to bring in. Well, now all those questions have been answered. CEO David Zaslav today did a live streaming to talk about the new streaming service, prices, and what we have to offer. So, the new service is going to be titled Max. That's what it's going to be titled. It's a combination of HBO Max and Discovery combined together. And it will be launched on the 23rd of May. So, the prices. Now, when they announced some of these prices, I was like, okay, but some of the stuff kind of had me just raise an eyebrow. The prices, what they're saying is that are going to be the same as it was for the HBO Max plans. $9.99 per month with commercials, $15.99 per month without commercials, and a new $19.99 tier label titled Max Ultimate Ad Free, which will allow 4 concurrent streams up to 4K resolutions and 100 offline downloads. So, looking at the prices are kind of like, okay, it's still like the average prices that you would get for any streaming service. Now, the thing that raised my eyebrow was the 1999 because they're saying that it's the Max Ultimate ad free. But I'm just like, okay, what you're getting for $20 a month don't really sound like much, but I guess, hey, to them, they're pushing it out there. So my take on it is that, if you want to see the commercials, people are going to pay the $9.99 per month. People who don't want to see commercials are going to pay the $15.99 a month. But I think that some people may buy the $9.99 because it's a little bit cheaper with the commercials. But my guess is that people are going to lean more towards the $15 to the $20 a month. Because if you're watching a good program and you're into it, last thing you want is to get to good parts and then being interrupted by commercials. You don't want that to happen because I hate that when it happens. And that's why, like with some of my streaming service, I'm like, yo, I don't want to see the commercials. Even though the price is good because it's cheaper price, but still, I don't want to be interrupted while I'm watching a good program, especially when it's getting to the good parts. And I know some of y'all feel the same way. So moving on, they did announce some of the new shows that they're going to be adding to the service. One of them was the spinoff, the Penguin show, which we already knew about, and they was already talking about was going to happen anyway. So they did say that it's going to take place in the Matt Reeves Batman world, which thank God that is going to do that. And they did show a little bit of the trailer about that, which is interesting. It caught my eye, you know, but I'm curious to see how the show is going to plan out. And my take on it, I just think that by still taking place in the Matt Reeves universe, and I'm pretty sure that Matt Reeves is going to be involved with this, that he's not going to want this to go bad. So my take on this show, I think this show is going to be a really good show. People are going to tune into it to watch it, especially after what the Batman did and seeing how that world was made and how it ended with Falcone being killed off. And now that the crime world is up for grabs, and we know that the Penguin is going to take control of it, but just seeing uh, what he's going to go through to take control of the city and take control of that underworld is going to be really interesting. The next one that they say is going to be a Big Bang Theory uh, series from Chip and Joanne Gaines' Magnolia Network. Now, I watched a couple of episodes about the Big Bang Theory. I saw a couple of episodes. I was not a Big Bang Theory fan like that. Not hating on the show, but I just wasn't a big fan like that. Not to say that you have a lot of people who do love that show. So I'm pretty sure that spinoff show is going to draw a lot of attention and get people excited. Also, they did announce that too, that it was going to be a Game of Thrones spinoff that I was interested when they said that, and definitely want to see how that going to pan out, where that's going to lead to, how they're going to put this together. Because seeing how House of Dragons is doing really good, I love that show. So now they have this new spinoff show that's going to be coming out, which has got my attention. I'm pretty sure it got a lot of folks' attention. So it's good that they're doing the spinoffs, but just want to see which direction they're going to go with it and how is it going to play out. Also, they did say that the Conjuring films that we all know about, the horror films, the Conjuring films about Lorraine Warren, her and her husband, who are these hunters, where they help out people who's been possessed by demons and all that stuff. They're going to be getting a conjure. They're going to be creating a Conjuring series that's going to be on the streaming network as well. Now, when they said this, I was like, okay, it sounds interesting, but then they didn't give out much information. Much information on what the show is going to be about, which direction and which route they're going to go. But my opinion, I think that this series is going to kind of mimic the Friday the 13th series. Now, if you all don't know about the Friday the 13th series, it was a show that came on. It was a series that came on. Well, you had this girl named Mickey and Ryan, this other guy named Jack, where her uncle had made a deal with the devil to sell these cursed antique goods, and they had to get the antique goods back and put them back into this basement to be locked away from the world because they was possessed by the devil. So my take on it, I think that they're going to take a little bit from the Friday the 13th series with this Conjuring series, where you're going to have Ed and Lorraine Warren. They're going to be going out, um, helping these people out who's been possessed by the devil or with these possessed objects, and then they're going to. I think that those each episode is going to end with them bringing the antiques back and putting it in that basement. Because if you guys remember in the Conjuring movies, they did have this basement where they had all the possessed items up in it. They had it locked away so that it will be forever locked away, and that the world wouldn't have to deal with these things. So that's just my opinion where I think they're going to go with that. Also, they did announce that they're going to be doing a Harry Potter uh, franchise spinoff on the series. Now, we did hear about this, saying that there was going to be a Harry Potter spinoff series. They didn't say too much about it. We just kept hearing about it. Well, now they're saying that it is official and that they are going to do this. J.K. Rowling is going to be involved as an executive producer, but they were saying also that it's going to go is that it's going to be each series. Each season, if I'm not mistaken, is going to be based off of a new a Harry Potter book. I'm sorry. Wait, let me say that back, guys. Each each season is going to be based off a Harry Potter book, from what they're saying. Now, when I heard this, I was excited because I said, that sounds interesting, that the series is going to be based upon different Harry Potter books. And I said to myself, that's a good concept, though, and that that you're gonna make the series be like, okay, season one is gonna be based upon this book, season two is gonna be based upon this book, season three is gonna be based upon this book, season four is gonna be based upon this book. So hearing that, one is a good idea to go with it. And also, I'm just curious to see how is it going to play out with the characters, because I'm pretty sure with the old characters, they didn't got older now, and I'm pretty sure that they probably not going to be coming back, and they're going to do a reboot of it. So they're going to bring in all new characters. But they didn't announce anything about it, which route they're going to go. This is just my take on it. So it's going to be really interesting to see the route that they're going to go with this and how is it going to plan out. you know. But overall, I think that the shows that they announced and the route that they're going with this, it's a good thing. The verdict I say about this is the verdict for me is that it's good. You know, the pricing was like, okay, not really anything interesting about that. But overall, the route that they're going, the shows that they got in the works that's going to be coming out, overall, I think this is good. It's definitely going to give a lot of these other networks like Disney Plus, and Netflix and Amazon and Apple is going to give them a run for their money. Because right now we already see what's going on with Disney and Marvel. They don't really have too much things going. Netflix, they got a couple of things going, because they got a couple of shows like Cobra Kai and Wednesday and Stranger Things that's going to be coming soon, coming back for their next seasons. So, but overall, I think that this is going to give HBO Max a edge over some of them and put them back in that running, the top runnings for our streaming services. So that's my take on HBO Max new streaming services. You guys let me know from what you heard about this. What's your take on it? What's your take on the shows that they're going to be bringing? Do you like it? If you don't like it, the pricing, do you think it's too much or whatever? Let me know how y'all feel about that. And until then, stay tuned.